actually sequenced all the videos together, the relevant ones. We're gonna watch the baby and Danny Leigh shit together. Okay, this shit is fucking comedy. Let me see. It's about like 5 minutes. Okay, so I'll watch it. I'll pause it. We're just gonna react. Okay.
In my motherfucking hand. What a fucking coward. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. Yeah, I'm fucking live. He got the fucking phone in his hand. Look at that shit.
There you go.
Yeah, there I go.
Okay.
Do my thing. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Bitch is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey. By the way, if you want the video uninterrupted, it's on my channel, these Akademiks. So don't be saying, I played the whole video. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Anyway, I'm gonna give a lot of commentary. I like this imagery right here. I'm gonna tell you why. You see what Hollywood is promoting these days? It's promoting the fact that everybody's in relationships, everybody's having babies on babies on babies, and we don't see this shit. When all these motherfuckers is having kids, you gotta deal with another life that you brought into the world. You gotta deal with another baby mama. It's almost become a trend now for all these. This is what trips me out. And hey, listen, I have sympathy for Danny Leigh, but I'm just trying to call a spade, and I'm not sticking up for the baby because I think he's wrong too. There used to be a time in the music business where it was almost goddamn criminal if a female singer was to have a baby. These days, it's marketing and promo. I'm going to tell you this. I'm not saying this is why everybody's having it, but what used to be taboo is now celebrated. By the way, I think one of the people who kicked it off and was brave enough to kick it off was Cardi B. To be at that time of your career, to have a kid before, I'm telling you, the label will get you plan B. This is how labels, they're devious. They don't want their star R&B singer, female rapper to be getting fucking pregnant. They think it's pregnancy a stoppage of work. You can't perform, you can't record, you are probably going to need some time for, we're going to call it maternity leave, but you're not going to want to be away from your baby. It's going to prevent a lot of shit. After Cardi B did it, we've seen a shit ton of artists. They're all getting pregnant. They're all getting pregnant now. Summer Walker got pregnant. Didn't Young Miami get pregnant? JT didn't get pregnant yet. Who else? Who else got pregnant? Danny Leigh. Clearly, we were watching her. It's just a new thing. Everybody's getting pregnant in almost the prime of their career. Now, Danny Leigh, no disrespect to her, she ain't that lit, but she's on the come up. So for her to get pregnant at that time in her career, if we're thinking about how the old industry used to think, it would be like, what the fuck are you doing? Okay? Now, a lot of this shit is glamorized. It's glamorized because, especially, again, Cardi B kicked open the door. Cardi B, literally, her and Offset got married. And they did go through there, whatever. But, it became part of the story. And people watched it and say, oh, shit. You don't have to wait till, like, you're fucking 40 to have a kid. You could have a kid, like, at the prime of your career. This is kind of cool. And people kind of watched that and whatever. But what we're watching now, and by the way, not to absolve Cardi at all, because she's going through her whole mess with Offset as well. We see Summer Walker, who had a kid with London on the track. She made a whole fucking album talking about how unhappy she was. Now we're watching this with Danny Leigh, where, again, it was all cool. And by the way, like, the point I'm trying to make, because, sometimes I'm long-winded, all of these, let me be respectful, all these women, they wouldn't just have a kid randomly with the nigga they met for 6 months if that nigga wasn't famous. Let's be very clear. You think none of these chicks have ever dealt with a nigga outside the industry for more than 6 months or a year? But they're all looking at, like, maybe the upside of it, like, yo, this nigga is also on, she's with the baby. You think Danny Leigh never had a boyfriend? Just think about it. All of these people, they're having relationships with other celebrities. That's the thing. So again, I'm trying to be respectful, but we got to acknowledge what's going on. They've all had niggas before, but they meet somebody It's now, we're in the era of shade room clout relationships where everybody's looking like, oh my God, look how Moneybag Yo is more lit because he's with Ari. They don't got a kid though, but nobody's going to say that. Everybody wants to be in these like online public relationships with other people. You know what I mean? And people seeing it with Cardi B, they want to have kids, whatever. I like that this is being shown not because it's happening, because that's I can't control it happening, but we're seeing the 360 view. It's like glamorizing some shit without acknowledging it. When you decide to get with a nigga like the baby, who literally has other baby mothers, when you decide to get with Offset, who literally got multiple other baby mamas, you decide to get with a Future, who got mad baby mamas, you decide to get with a Young Boy, who got hella baby mamas. Just because, and by the way, I don't want to put it as a sole reason, but most of the reason y'all are getting pregnant by these things is because they're lit rappers. That's the facts. This is what's going to be your reality. You're not coming into happy home. You're seeing Dani Leigh feed a 3-month-old kid, calling the guy who impregnated her all type of words, and the guy who impregnated her is filming her saying, this chick crazy. You know what that says to you? Both of these motherfuckers didn't know each other. They just had a kid to have a kid. That's the part that's missing. This is a clout baby. Nobody's going to admit it. That's a clout baby. They're finding out about each other after the baby's born. Now they really, listen, celebrity is so, celebrityhood is so like glamorized. Think about it. When you see these motherfuckers go live, they always got their chains on. You think niggas is wearing chains all like the whole time they're existing on earth? No, motherfucker. You're not seeing a chick in a wife beater look like either she was about to breastfeed or like the kid want to breastfeed. That's real. But you don't see that a lot because they give you all glamorized shit. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is that most of these relationships that you see people buy into, they're fake. They're either fake, or I've seen people cognizantly say they got to get with certain people that they could be a thing on Shade Room because it's going to make their profile bigger. It's going to get them more female fans. Nothing wrong with playing the publicity game. Something wrong when you start making permanent decisions because of that. It's a clout baby. There's a couple clout babies running around here. No disrespect to the women, but I'm a little surprised. So Summer Walker, you didn't think London on the Track? You thought London on the Track was not who you now think he is. When you knew he had other baby mamas before you, why did you think you were special? Dani Leigh. His previous baby mama was literally telling you, hey, he always don't come back to me, but he goes to fuck the newest, baddest chick. He always does that. Why did you feel special? But y'all ain't that dumb. There was some upside in being in that relationship with that person because that person is also famous. But y'all decided to have a kid. And now all these clout babies are being born. And once the baby's born, what are y'all going to do? So I'm watching this shit, and I'm watching two people who really don't know each other have to learn how to deal with each other and tolerate each other when there's a child involved that depends on both of them. Just keep watching.
Come out. Shut the fuck up.
I gotta record you for my sake.
Yeah, go ahead. It's the first thing.
You ain't finna burn the black man down. Get your phone. Let me close it
Take
first.
Baby, the first time.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Like this.
No. Go with your move, crazy girl.
Now, let me stop it again. As I said, if you want the whole video uninterrupted, type in DJ Akademiks, find my commentary channel. You could watch the whole thing uninterrupted. This is my stream. I'm going to break it down even further. This was a very good move by the baby. Very good move. In 2021, if you're having an argument with a woman, you have to be proactive. Let me say it again. And by the way, let me limit it because, there's going to be some bum niggas in here with zero to lose. So let's not talk to them. If you got a job, you have a career, not a job, a career, something that you've probably worked for, that maybe if you were arrested or if you were accused of certain shit, you could possibly lose that. As a black male, you need to be proactive, and arguing with women is completely out the picture. I've learned this myself. Do not argue with women in person. No matter if you're called a coward, a bitch, a hoe ass nigga, the F word. Women love calling you the F word. They love calling you gay, all that type of stuff. You might feel like not a man walking away or leaving, but trust me, if you care about your career, you have to be proactive. So the first thing, if you can, you want to leave. Now, a lot of times, and my brother told me this one important thing. He said, Ak. He was telling me about a story about he was about to break up with this girl. Like, it was this girl like he was dating for a while. He was about to break up with her, and he said, he said, I planned this for like a week or two. And I looked at him, I looked at my own brother, I said, that's kind of diabolical. Like, that's kind of sick. Like, you knew you were going to break up with her, planned for a week. He's like, well, I had to make sure when I broke up with her, it was fine. And it was at the right place. So let me tell you how, and to make a long story short, let me tell you how he broke up with her. He broke up with her, and he made sure it was this. He broke up with her at her place. He asked her if he could come over. And for him, it was a big deal because he said, listen, the reason why I do that is that when women can't get their way in an argument, they use all the advantages that you don't have. They'll get violent knowing you can't get violent back. They'll start talking to you a certain type of way knowing you can't do certain shit back. They'll break your shit. You know, he said he broke up with her at her place. If she gonna break somebody's shit, she's gonna break her own shit. If she was in his house, she was gonna break his shit because she one of them type of girls. You fucking asshole! You're gonna break up with me after all I fucking did! I got you, dude! Break some shit. Now when she breaking in your house, you mad. Now, and really, that's the woman game to provoke you to do something. If you're a white male, you might have no idea about this because you could just call, hey, 911, is Johnny there? Could you send a detective over? No. Black dude, as soon as a heated exchange happened, you thinking your neighbors is calling the cops and you're going to jail. So you have to be on the up and up. So my brother told me that you got to be proactive. You got to be at her place. Women like breaking shit. You know, y'all seen my stories. You know how much shit women broke a mind? Let me tell you this. Women are smart. They're emotional, but they're smart. They'll claim they emotionally wilded out and broke your shit. Let it be in their own house, their own apartment, their own car. They'll never get that emotional to break their own shit. You want to bet? If you ever had a girl who gets mad at you and breaks your shit, have her only around her shit and tell me if she ever got that mad she broke her own shit. Never. In the history of man. Okay. So another thing is, women have the best revisionist history. Now, I'm not talking about all women. And for the women who are victims of domestic violence, shitty relationships, abusive men, I have the utmost pity and empathy for you. But I'm talking about the world we live in where, to be honest, a man is presumed guilty unless he got proof. That's why I keep saying be proactive. Let's say this situation. Now, according to what the baby said in the statement, and we'll get to it, the baby said Dani Leigh, before he even turned the camera on, was beating his ass. Selling some Fatal Attraction shit, chasing him around the fucking crib like motherfucking Solange was chasing around Jay-Z in the elevator. One of them violent hoes. Love put your hand on niggas hoe. By the way, it's a very empowering thing to women when they realize that they could put their hands on you and you can't do shit. You know why you can't do shit? Because you got shit to lose. And they never realize that until they fuck with a nigga with shit to lose. Because if they deal with a nigga in the hood, they're not putting their hands on him. You know why? That nigga in the hood love going to jail. So that nigga gonna fuck him up. So they're not touching the nigga in the hood. The nigga with something to lose though. They start wilding on you. Because you know what they're looking at you like? You want to lose everything you got? They're smart. The baby did the only thing he could do. My mama told me this one thing too. Anytime a girl start arguing with you, just call me. Call me on speaker that I could listen to everything going on, that I could fucking record it, that if anything ever happens, that I could be there to say, hey, I have the recording of my son telling this crazy whore, back up, leave me alone, let me leave. Unfortunately, as men, we are in that situation, black men. So the baby getting on live, I'm with him. You got to get on live. I'm sorry. Fuck personal business and shit like that. Because if she was beating his ass before, and let me tell you this is a limit for every man. There's a limit for every man that you could take. Maybe with the exception of Jay-Z. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Jay-Z handled a lot of karate chops and all type of side kicks in that fucking elevator. Maybe after 5, like, my eyes would have turned straight red. But that nigga Jay-Z, he was using everything he learned in that Taekwondo class. I'm like, what the fuck? After 3, I'll be like, you know what I mean? Jay-Z's a good man. So the baby gotta record this shit. He gotta record. Because if he don't record and say she's beating up on him and he pushes her off, you know what she gonna say? Yo, he hit me. And he could tell the cops all he want that, bro, she was beating my ass. You know what the cops gonna say? Did you push her? Yeah, but she was beating my fucking ass. But did you push her? I did, but you're getting locked up. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's written in stone. And as we all know, a domestic violence charge for a woman, nobody cares about. Does anybody look at Solange like how they look at Chris Brown? It's the same thing to me. Solange was a violent animal. She was a violent animal. I was looking at her like, put a leash on this fucking savage. Look at her. Just like how Chris Brown allegedly was a violent animal when he was going at same thing. But this is the thing about this whole little feminism shit. It ain't about keeping it equal. It's really about like, yo, you niggas, fuck you. And then when a chick do the same shit, sis was standing up for her sister. Yeah. Now sis was. You know the narrative was when Solange beat Jay-Z ass? Yo, you know that nigga fucked up. What? Huh? So I like what he's doing. You gotta film her. And you gotta film her before she can say you beat her out. By the way, I'm gonna also give her a little bit of credit, because certain women, when they see a camera, they make up a story. Oh, he hit me before this camera started. But she kept it real. But still, Dani, Leigh, nothing against you. I got to tell all my black men, if a girl raises her voice outside of like room temperature or inside voice, take your phone out, hit record. Let me keep playing.
Yeah. You started your shit.
Yeah, whatever. And put whatever story the fuck they want together. How I've been living here for the past 3 months at his house, at his penthouse, back and forth, here and there, since my baby was born. And then all of a sudden, I cook for this nigga tonight. He want to come to the crib. I am sleeping in his bed, talking about, you need to go. The fuck? You mean I need to go to a 5-star hotel, do it? The fuck? Ain't nobody fucking leaving. And of course, shit escalated. and this nigga want to put up a statement talking about, oh, it saddens me that I have a queen to raise. Fuck you. You ain't even been here this whole fucking time that I've had this child. Fuck you. You want to give cute little conversations talking about you a good ass dad. Fuck you. Fuck you. You a fucking coward. You a fucking coward. You a motherfucking coward. God damn, bro. And it's unfortunate this shit's on the fucking internet because, oh, the fucking baby. Okay. Cops on me. You're the Look at this shit. He wants me to get out of his house. Go ahead.
Let's just
Go ahead, baby. Tell him. Tell him. Where's this stupid ass nigga at?
Oh, my bad. Thank you for that. Hey, for the people who are watching, I know some of y'all like anti-police, fuck 12, this and third, but to my black brothers, okay? You get in an argument with a woman, man? Call the police first, early, quickly, okay? She starts to scream, she starts to shout, gets emotional, call the cops immediately. Now, I'm not saying for every girl, but you know the type of girls who likes putting their hands on people. Those women, you can never win with because they can hit you. And if you even like fucking push them off, if you like kind of like anything you fucking do, they're going to say you hit them too. So this is what you got to do. You got to call the cops immediately. You have to call the cops. Soon as that type of chick is raising her voice at you, hey, listen, man, this chick is off her meds. She's off her leash. Please go get this bitch. This bitch is tweaking. Not going to lie to you. The baby did the right thing. You got to call the cops on a chick like this. You have to. Fellas, trust me, you have to. I'm telling you, because if you didn't call first, you're going to be sitting in a jail cell. And to keep it real, even if you did call, you have to, you might be sitting in a jail cell. Here's the thing. You got to call and you got to, first of all, you better have two phones. One phone to call, the other phone to record the whole thing. Because she'll, by the time the cops come, she'll just tell the cops like, thank you for coming. He was beating my ass. And trust me, there's no fucking cop on earth that wants to hear what you got to say after that. I'm telling you. Women are fucking evil. And Dani Leigh, I ain't going to say like Dani Leigh was going to do some shit to put that man in jail. But Dani Leigh, this is the world we live in now. The world we live in now is that men, we're third world citizens. We're third class citizens. Like, we don't have the same rights as y'all no more. Everything favors y'all when it comes to like, the law protecting y'all and shit like that. We have to be super safe and because again, here's the thing. When somebody get accused of some shit like that, the baby just came off some shit where, he said something and the whole LGBTQ community is like mad at him. Bro, nobody want to hear what that nigga got to say no more. Like if there's an accusation, nobody cares about what really happened. Like they're going to be like, yo, cancel this motherfucker. So I'm not going to lie to you. He has to call the cops. And here's the funny thing. For any woman who's watching this, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Some of y'all got to get used to that maybe that night in jail. If y'all get locked up, you know why? There's zero repercussion for that. Number one, you're not going to get convicted, number one, right? You're not going to get convicted. And the fact that y'all get arrested for domestic violence means nothing. Like, nobody cares. Like, other girls are going to be like, yes, bitch, yes, beat his ass. You know he was cheating, beat his... Like, that's the type of narrative that goes on. If it's a nigga, it'd be like, yo, this guy is scum. Yo, castrate him. Could we hang this nigga? Could we put him in jail for life? So I'm going to be honest with y'all. If you one of them girls who like putting your hands on niggas, you should be prepared to go to jail frequently if you deal with anybody with a brain. Because they got to call the cops on you first. And they got to be honest with the cops. And to keep it real, I don't even want to bring up this situation. But think about that chick who got killed, right? What's her name? Gabby Petito. The police showed up on the fucking scene. The chick admitted to beating the nigga's ass while he's driving. The nigga even showed them scratches. You know what the cop said to the chick? I'm going to separate y'all for the night. And I'll give you his car to drive. Just don't link up with him again. If it was a dude, you're getting arrested. That's just what it is. So anyway, the baby calls the police. The police come. By the way, which this is the interesting part. When the police, I don't know where they're at, but when the police shows up for domestic violence incidents, the person who's deemed the victim, they usually take that person's side and they never force that person to leave. Now, I don't know if the baby was forced to leave his residence that same night, but in the morning, Dani Leigh was still there. Like, usually they would tell the person who they believe is like the aggressor, like, yo, you got to get out of here if they're not arresting you, right? But the cops come, and this was the confusing part. It don't look like they forced her to leave. Listen.
Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? Yeah, whatever. He want to call the fucking cops on me for whatever the fuck reason. Whatever. Stupid ass. My 3-month-old baby. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Fucking bitch ass nigga. No, I don't need to tell you nothing.